knock on the front door came at 7 p.m. When Arthur opened it, he found his father standing on the porch, a worn suitcase in hand, and a tired, gentle smile on his face. "Thought I'd drop by and spend some time with my boy," his father said softly. Arthur sighed, barely stepping aside to let him in. "Dad, it's great to see you, but you should have called. I'm right in the middle of finalizing the Q3 engineering reports. I'm completely swamped tonight." For the next few hours, his father tried quietly to bridge the gap. He offered to make tea, asked about Arthur's work, and pointedly sat on the edge of the living room sofa, just waiting for a break in the clicking of Arthur's keyboard. Each time, Arthur gave short, distracted answers. "Just a few more minutes, Dad," he'd mutter, eyes glued to the monitor. "I really need to finish this." By midnight, the guilt finally won. Arthur closed his laptop with a definitive snap. He looked over at his father, who was staring out the window into the dark courtyard. "All right, Dad," Arthur said, walking over with a soft smile. "The work can wait until morning. Let's just catch up." For the next 2 hours, they finally sat together. They talked about the old house, laughed about childhood fishing trips, and shared a deep, comfortable silence that Arthur hadn't realized he desperately needed. His father seemed incredibly peaceful, nodding along, his eyes filled with a profound warmth. Around 2:30 a.m., his father yawned, patting Arthur's shoulder. "I'm going to turn in, son. I'm glad we had this time." Arthur smiled, watching him walk down the hallway into the guest bedroom. 20 minutes later, Arthur's phone buzzed aggressively on the coffee table. The caller ID showed a number from his hometown's county hospital. "Hello?" Arthur answered, groggy. "Is this Arthur Pendleton?" a solemn voice asked. "Sir, I am so sorry to be calling you at this hour. I'm Dr. Vance from Mercy General. I'm calling regarding your father. He was brought into our emergency room following a severe cardiac arrest. I'm so sorry to inform you, but he passed away at approximately 6:30 this evening. We need you to come down to the facility as soon as possible to claim the body." Arthur froze, a nervous, breathless laugh escaping his throat. "What? Is this some kind of sick joke? Who is this? My dad is literally down the hall sleeping in my guest room right now. Stop calling this number." "Sir, I assure you this is not a prank." Arthur slammed the phone down, his heart hammering against his ribs. Anger and disbelief coursed through him. He stood up, marching down the dark hallway, ready to show his father the bizarre call and laugh it off together. He threw the guest bedroom door open. "Dad, you won't believe the weird." The words died in his throat. The bed was perfectly made, the sheets crisp and unwrinkled. The worn suitcase that had been sitting by the closet was gone. The room was freezing cold, completely empty, and entirely still. Arthur stood frozen in the doorway, his chest tightening. "Dad?" he called out, his voice high and strained. "Dad, come on. Stop it. This isn't funny." A heavy, suffocating silence was his only answer. Panic kicked in. Arthur spun around and began checking every room, his footsteps echoing too loudly in the quiet house. He burst into the kitchen. Nothing but clean countertops. He checked the bathrooms, the closets, even the dark back patio. "Dad!" he shouted, and this time his voice broke completely, a ragged, desperate sound. Tears began blurring his vision, hot and stinging, spilling over his cheeks as the sheer impossibility of the situation began to crush him. He ran back into the living room, frantically looking for any sign that his father had actually been there. The mug of tea his father had offered to make was gone. The indentation on the sofa cushion where they had sat and laughed together just minutes ago was completely smooth. Standing alone in the center of the room, Arthur looked down at his phone, still clutched tightly in his shaking hand. The screen illuminated the dark room, displaying the missed call from Mercy General Hospital. The realization finally hit him like a physical blow. His father hadn't come to stay. He had just come to say goodbye.